What is up, you guys? It is Ivorhorse and welcome back to another episode of the Boom Beach base reviews, in which I check out your bases to see what we can potentially improve and so on and so forth. All of that good stuff. I got 3 bases for you guys today, and if you guys want to be signing up for this series, all you need to do is head over to the comment section of this video, and while you're at it, please give this video a big thumbs up to support the series and use the template that I got set up there. Fill in your information regarding your task course and so on and so forth, and you're automatically entered. I'm only looking at submissions that use the template format, because otherwise it's gonna be confusing and sometimes the names are duplicates and so on and so forth. So that being said, let's jump straight into this with the first base we're going to be checking out today, and the hashtag of this one is going to be 9JYU. R-U-J. No, my name is not Jay. Anyway, we're looking for Dan. Dan is level 26. 153 medals. And let's just visit him. He's from Red October. I don't know what it actually means. He currently has a machine gun going to level 9. I think that is the next design. Yeah, that is the next design. Good on you. Very nice. You have a headquarters level 11, so I didn't really give a lot of love to like lower headquarters, but I'm actually pretty excited to cover this one. Let's actually check the landing craft. Level 9, 8888. Okay, that is kind of good. I mean, you got the stuff ongoing, going with RZM. No, he's going with tanks, medics and riflemen. Tanks, Zookas and riflemen. Interesting combination down there. I'm wondering how that's going to be working out. I might even try it myself. But as you guys can see, the mine placement of this base, I like it very much. The overall line placement is actually pretty great, very diverse and so on and so forth. The one thing I will be upgrading on top of everything else are these 2 sniper towers, and the reason for that is if they go to level 10 they get that scarier, more powerful kind of look. So that kind of like is a psychological kind of thing that you can apply there. Definitely do that. Level up these 2 sniper towers makes for a nice change down there. Then let me actually check your statues. So you got a Guardian 9%, you got 2 idols of Magma, and you got 1 Dark Idol. Which is pretty good. I would definitely recommend anyone to go for a resource reward statue. Whether it's an idol or guardian or a masterpiece, definitely worth it. Also go for a masterpiece for gunboat energy, because that's gonna help you out tremendously. So definitely go for that. Now let's actually take a look at the base itself. So when I see this base, I immediately see that the weak spot of this base is going to be the back of this base. You see, the one thing is, if I drop a shock bomb between this cannon and this machine gun, I'm getting all of these buildings over here. That includes both sniper towers, which are your defenses, machine gun, mortar, and a cannon. So basically you're defenseless because, well, a flamethrower, what is that going to be doing at level 2, you know? So definitely do something about that, because that's going to be your downfall if you're not careful enough. You might even want to be placing this headquarters a little bit more in the front there, so that way you can place like a couple of defenses at the back down there. And I would honestly, if you're keeping your headquarters at the location where you're at right now, I would swap this flamethrower with maybe this sniper tower or maybe this machine gun in order for it to make... in order for it to do something. And I would definitely consider moving these idols and these statues in the front instead, so that way you can place a couple of defenses here as well, because your weak side is definitely your back of the base. And also something to consider is that these buildings are easily you know, people are actually able to get a lot of energy from this relatively easily. So you might want to be placing like a sniper tower next to it, so that way it doesn't easily get picked off just like that. So that is your base, Dan. Hopefully my tips will help you out. If you got any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below about your base. Next up, I'm going to be moving on to the next one. Next one is going to be YPLC Cup. YPL Cup. And that is Chaos. And we're looking for Johnny B. Level 40, 294 medals. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what this base is going to be all about. He actually did leave me a message, and it said, getting raided a lot recently, mostly by tanks and medics. Could you please give me some advice on how I can improve my base? Certainly. That's why we're here right now. So against tanks and medics, Heavy hitters are a nightmare because those essentially will take down you know, they will take down the tanks and medics. So what you want to be focusing on is that your heavy hitters are going to be efficiently hitting the tanks and the medics, so that way they won't be able to pick up your energy, they won't be able to pick up free energy that easily, while still keeping a very nice and balanced base that will actually take down tanks and medics. But still, tanks and medics is hard to take down at this metal level, so keep that into consideration, okay? So that being said, let's actually take a look at the landing crafts over here. So I like what I see of these warriors over here. All level 11, that is really great. Gunboat level 13, very nice job there. HQ level 16. Try to go to level 17 as fast as you can. That one shock launcher is gonna make your life so much easier when it comes down to defense, so definitely go for that. Let me actually check your statues. So, okay, your statues could use some work, because once again, just like Dan, go for a resource reward one as well, because that's gonna help you out tremendously. I remember that whenever I was at your throwery range, I didn't need stone that badly. I needed more wood than stone. So you might want to be replacing this stone production one with, for example, an ice statue for defensive health. Or even just something that will help you out tremendously. You already got a gunboat masterpiece, so that's really great. And you got a gunboat guardian, so you're pretty much set for the gunboat. But I would definitely try to aim to replace this with something like an ice statue that's going to help out your defenses a little bit more. But even better, a resource reward would even be better. You can actually keep this golden production one over here. I did the same thing, helped me out with my armory tremendously, and of course looking at the spots at the map, so definitely keep this one up. You could even boost it up if you really need your gold and so on and so forth. So in terms of statue, only work at the stone production one, because that one I feel is honestly worthless right now. Next up is the only thing that I don't really like about your base. Is going to be this cannon, and I think you know already why. It doesn't cover a lot of things really, of course the right side, but yeah, you got a lot of other things covering the right side as well. This rocket launch over there, kinda doubt it. Maybe you want to be placing that one a little bit more in the front there, but it could be working out nice, because if people are going to be taking out that rocket launcher, at least it's not in the way of other buildings as well, which is a plus as well in that regard. But this cannon definitely do something with that cannon, because it's practically useless in that position. I kind of suggest in that location place a machine gun there, so that way, you know, it's kind of covering against the warrior attack strategy even a little bit better. Let me actually see, you got a flamethrower in the front here as well, level 7. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be working out for you. That's something you gotta make out of your own, you know. Depending on how your defenses go and so on and so forth, you can leave your flamethrower there or not. I would personally swap it with this machine gun, or I would place this flamethrower in front of this armory. So that way these buildings are a little bit more effective against this base. So what I feel is your weakest side about your base is actually the left side. And it sounds a little bit strange if it got so much feedback on the right side, but I honestly feel that your left side is a little bit weak, considering the fact that if you drop one shock bomb between the machine gun, boom cannon and the sniper tower, you're very likely to get the rocket launcher, the cannon, boom cannon, machine gun and the sniper tower, and those are your key defenses in order to defend against your left side. So that is definitely like a weak point down there. You want to be doing something with that. And even with that, not only that, I would place this sniper tower like a little bit more in the front here. Like for example, exchange it with the stone storage. So that way the left backside is also a little bit tighter defended. Because the tanks are coming for you at the left side. That's one thing that I can guarantee down there. So definitely do something about that. It doesn't really hurt to protect the backside a little bit better. It doesn't really hurt because your front is actually really well done. Your mine locations are actually really well done. I would maybe put some mines in the forest, That's gonna be something as well. But yeah, you got a lot of work to do right now, Johnny B, when it comes down to defending against the tanks and the medics. But then again, this is a throw-through range. I want to be reminding you of that, or a victory point range in which defending against tanks and medics is going to be pretty hard. So you might want to be focusing on other stuff. But hopefully my tips are going to help you out. And if you got any questions, same thing goes to you. Leave a question about it in the comment section down below. Next up, we got the last base, and that's going to be the base of Bolus, and 90 and then CQY, and he's in United Apples, and he's the only member in there. So maybe someone wants to help him out by offering a spot in their task force or something like that. Maybe he's interested, maybe he's not. But one thing we know for sure, we're going to be checking out this base. Level 34 with 220 medals right now. Going with headquarters level 15, that is okay. Then we got these landing crafts over here, level 8, oh, level 10. Try to get those leveled up a little bit more. But what I really like about this base is that whenever I saw this base and I studied it, I kind of felt that this was like a diamond in the rough that needs to be polished a little bit more, because the general idea of this base is actually really awesome, and I wonder why I didn't come up with this myself. So this base is actually really nice. The one thing that I like the best about this base is the laying of the sniper towers, because the sniper towers are kind of double covering everything on the base really. So you got these two sniper towers covering each other, these two sniper towers covering each other as well, these two as well. So like in a little star shape, they're really like defending each other really nicely, and that's what I like to see. Gives the base like an additional defensive wall, which I don't know if it makes sense, but I just feel that the power of the defense is a lot bigger because they are kind of like filling in each other so greatly. So that is a really nice thing that you did there. I would definitely upgrade the sniper tower because it's a baby sniper tower, you already know that. Let me actually check your statues. Oh, okay, I see no dark statue. That's definitely something that you need to change if you want to be offensively very successful. I would definitely go with a gunboat masterpiece. I already mentioned in all of the bases, you guys need resource reward masterpieces or just statues in general, because I don't know about this guardian or this stone production masterpiece. I don't think you need them that badly. You might even be better off having a guardian for like troop damage or troop health. So that's something that I definitely recommend you should be changing. Let me actually check and take a look at the other stuff. You got two cannons in here. If I drop one shock bomb in between them, they're gonna be both shocked. So you want to be doing something with that. This cannon doesn't cover the entire right side. I would either place a little bit more to the right side, so that way they aren't within range of each other. Or I would be placing both cannons in front of the entire base. And the first cannon will go between the armory and the residence in front of there. And the second cannon should be going between the sniper tower and the radar in front of there. Because I think that will be the best locations for your base to be defended. Or maybe even a little bit closer towards the iron mine and so on and so forth. Because I feel they will serve more of a purpose down there. Because right now they are going to be shocked together. I can just go attack from the right side. Drop one flare in between this little line down there. Drop the second flare near the armory. And then comes the funny part. I will drop a shock bomb on this little area over here, paralyzing all of those great defensive buildings, and then just take out the base just like that. So that is that about this base. The mine placement is actually pretty nice. Depending on how you're getting attacked, Bolus, I would actually switch the mines accordingly. But if this works out for you, then definitely keep it the way it is right now, because this is definitely a great warrior defense the way I see it. So yes, that is everything that I wanted to be covering about the Boom Beach base reviews. I hope every single tip and insight that I gave you guys is going to help your bases out. As I already mentioned before, if you want to be getting your base reviewed, then make sure you use the template provided in the comment section down below. And that's going to be doing it for this episode of the Boom Beach base reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, make sure that if you guys like this video too, boom, give it a thumbs up. And that being said, this has been Reversal for Boom Beach. I'm going to be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.